two young boys accidentally dropped their soccer ball out of the bus. A woman passing by suddenly kicked the soccer ball back. Then she gathered her strength once more. Another soccer ball was precisely kicked into the car again. This scene happened to be witnessed by a football coach. He promptly invited the woman to join his team as an assistant coach. Salary was negotiable. The woman initially intended to decline, but then she saw on TV that the very team that had fired her had won the championship. This instantly ignited her fighting spirit. She immediately accepted the coach's offer and declared she wouldn't take a single penny. It turned out the woman's true identity was the world's football goddess. Faced the world's top-tier shooting challenges, she could casually score a goal with just a single kick. But just as she was about to lead her team to win the world championship, she unexpectedly discovered she was pregnant. Left with no choice, she had to withdraw from the competition. 5 years later, the woman still hadn't given up on her championship dream. She'd been working as an assistant coach on her husband's soccer team, hoping to make up for the regret of never winning that title. And her hard work definitely paid off. Under her guidance, the team quickly fought their way into the finals. Just as she was about to share this amazing news with her husband, she saw him walking over with his mistress, and he fired her on the spot. He even said he wanted to divorce his old hag of a wife. The woman immediately called him out for being heartless. She pointed out everything she'd sacrificed for this team, only to be betrayed in the end. But the man claimed the team's success was all thanks to his tactical strategies, that it had nothing to do with her whatsoever, and told her to get the hell out of there. The woman's heart instantly turned to ice. She stormed off in rage. Just as she walked out of the stadium, she ran into this soccer coach. He invited her to join his team as an assistant coach, to make her ex-husband pay for what he did. She agreed to the coach's request. The next day, she showed up at the new team as promised, but when the players saw that the coach had hired someone who'd been fired from another team to be their assistant coach, they immediately questioned the woman's abilities to win these players over. She immediately had a staff member bring over a 3-hole target board. Then, right in front of the players, she effortlessly kicked the ball into the hole. But the players remained unconvinced. They claimed the holes were so large, even a cripple could kick the ball in. The woman merely smiled faintly. She had the staff move the target board back 10 meters. Then with one kick, she sent the ball straight through the hole. Everyone was stunned. The woman asked them point blank if kicking a ball was really that hard, but the players still refused to accept it. They claimed that shot was just a lucky fluke. The woman had no choice but to have the staff move the board back another 50 meters. Then she pulled off a bicycle kick and sent the ball through the smallest hole. Seeing this, the players were completely won over. 1 month later, under the woman's coaching, this third-rate team transformed into a dark horse, successfully advanced to the semifinals of the National League. Meanwhile, her ex-husband's team languished at the bottom of the standings. This dissatisfied the investors. They warned him that if he couldn't secure a win, they would withdraw their funding. The ex-husband could only bow and scrape, promising victory in the next match. But just after the investors left, he spotted a soccer magazine on the ground, and was shocked to discover that the coach of the recent dark horse team was actually his ex-wife. He immediately decided to bring the woman back, because he still believed deep down she had feelings for him. So he showed up at the woman's team with his mistress in tow. The woman asked him what the hell he was doing there. The man arrogantly offered her an apology, and told her to come back with him right now. The woman immediately told him to get lost. The man flew into a rage, claiming she didn't know what was good for her. Then he stormed out of there furious. The semifinals arrived in no time. The women's team advanced to the finals with a 4-1 victory, while her ex-husband's team was eliminated with a crushing 0-7 loss. The investors stormed onto the field in a fury, and slapped the man right across the face, then publicly announced they were pulling all funding. The man blamed everything on the woman, so he tracked down a staff member from the woman's team. He promised that if he could steal the woman's team tactics and leak them to him, he'd pay him $500,000, and the guy didn't hesitate to take the money. On the day of the finals, the woman's team would be facing off against the powerhouse that had won 3 championships in a row. Just 5 minutes into the game, the woman's team scored a point. The woman was confident they were going to win this match, but what happened next completely blindsided her. The opposing team seemed to have figured out her tactics. They rammed in 4 goals back-to-back. The woman immediately realized someone had stolen their game plan, so she adjusted tactics on the fly. She had the players pull out the new strategy they'd been secretly training. The second half began, and they immediately launched their counterattack. The opposing players realized something was off. Seeing how aggressive their offense had become, the opposing captain immediately gave orders. They started deliberately injuring players left and right. The coach demanded an explanation from the referee, but instead got slapped with a yellow card. The woman started to worry, and the opposing team kept using these dirty tricks, scoring goal after goal. They even kicked one of the woman's team members badly enough to injure her. Seeing the situation spiraling out of control, the referee finally blew the whistle and called a timeout. The injured player was carried off on a stretcher. The rest of the team had no idea what to do. They had no substitute players, and there were only 9 minutes left in the game. To win, they'd need to score at least 5 more goals. It was basically impossible. Just when everyone was at a complete loss, the coach said the woman could play in the game herself, and the woman refused to just lose like this, so she made the call to step onto the field. But her opponents mocked her for playing soccer at her age. They even said she was making a fool of herself. But in the next second,